Hello everybody all over the world. Hey, and welcome to the Medic Basics. So for today's episode 347, the Medic Basics, we're going to go through all the basics of Medic, and also I highly suggest you to watch the Medic Heal Management video that I did a while back. Should be a card here now if you're watching this on YouTube. Basically going over how heal management works. So we'll just give a quick, super quick little reminder of that. So here's the thing about healing and overheal. Overheal decays at the same rate for all classes. So here we have all classes are being healed, and then we stop the healing process, and you can see that the heavy loses health a lot faster than the scout, because they will all reach non-overhealed status, as you can see in the top, at the exact same time. So that is one thing to keep in mind if you're a new medic or to be a fresh medic, that overheal decays at the same rate percentage-wise, meaning that heavies will lose more health faster as opposed to a scout, while the slowest one would be like a kunai spy that doesn't have any base health. He has like 70 health, so he will decay very slowly. So we had a bunch of submissions today, and also from a lot of new players. So thank you to everybody who submitted. And of course, I can't show all of them because then we would be here all night. But there was a lot of demos that were basically, we healed guys, we did really well, and we completely crushed the enemy. And that was that. So let's just go on, and we'll start with our first man of the hour. It's going to be Brave Conscript. And I'm just going to showing you some very basics, because this one was kind of good. I also have a list here for things that is worthy to keep in mind, and it's actually 8 points. Despite being such a simple class, Medic has the most check marks you have to do in order to master the basics. So here we have Mr. Brave Conscript running out here with to meet the rest of his team. You can see that he just starts to heal. And then he heals this demo man. He's also around here with the dispenser. Just switched to Uber Cell because he thought he was a spy, maybe. So as a medic, you should generally position yourself being out of harm's way. And you can see standing behind a sentry, very safe spot there. He's also healing, and he's also not using the crossbow all too much, because like you see, missing crossbow shots happens often. However, if you're already attached to someone with the medigun, you will keep healing them constantly. So that's just like the baseline of just being reliable versus doing the burst damage. So we're still hanging around here, healing this guy. You can see he's building Uber quite quickly, because keep in mind, you build Uber faster if you just keep healing than if you keep trying to hit sick crossbow shots all day. So you can see how he's building the Uber, and they're defending. For the basics of Medic, I would say always open with Medigun on attack. And yeah, here's also what's important. When you Uber the people that are the most aggressive. So in this case, it was these two Pyros, and Brave Conscript just kind of Ubered both of them. Because there's some people who don't think that anyone besides their best friend that's playing the heavy should get an Uber, but that's not true. It's also that you should heal everybody around you, absolutely everyone. You can see that Conscript here is not playing favorites with anybody. He's trying his best to keep everyone alive. Of course, mistakes will happen when you like mismanage or you misclick or something, but you can see he's not doing any favorites, and he's trying to run back to the thing, and the sniper Razorback guy is useless, and the medic burned to death. Had he had Girardi, he wouldn't have paid attention anyway, and he would have died. So already there we saw some good medic basics, and that is one that I marked on the board here, is to heal everyone. Everybody deserves healing, everyone that's around you, and keep in mind people that haven't been in combat yet, that are coming fresh for spawn. It takes you a very short time to overheal them back to full health. Yes, so that is something to keep in mind. Is what many people call crit healing. So the next one is a long one, so we have to fast forward a bit here. Let's see. Yes, it loaded. Also, as a medic, you have 100% dibs on all health packs, so you can yell at your team for taking health packs when you needed them. And you can see this one is kind of long. So this is one of the few that we got submitted. I can't even turn off the sound. There we go. It's actually going to be using the Vaccinator. Now, the Vaccinator is extremely difficult to use, and I would never use this unless there's another medic on the team that has proper medigun. Luckily for our friend Mayo Sam, the sandwich salesman, god, easy name, actually is working as a secondary medic on his team. So that is one thing that is the reason why this is working, because the you have the quick fix, which is like a lesser version of the medigun, and then you have this, which is like a lesser version of the quick fix. It's you have to be very precise and you have to use it correctly, and also your teammates have to act the same as well. So we did a whole episode on the Vaccinator and how it works. So if you want more details on how to maximize that, you can go check that out. So you can see that they're still defending, and they have a fairly decent composition. They actually don't have any snipers or spies, which is probably one of the reasons why their team is doing so well. And they're actually going to be able to defend, spoilers, defend all of this game, like this whole 9 minutes. So you can see that he's just trying to put, like he manages to put on the right resistance, but people are still dying most of the time. And yeah, healing everyone. Oh, that's Crow, not Korv, the good demo man. And as for loadouts, what you should use, you've seen that the majority of players are using this loadout. They're using the, like you can switch the miniguns, like any of these is fine. However, if you don't use crossbow and uber saw, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage as a medic, because the crossbow is just such a good tool with burst healing, because it doesn't get reduced by fire damage, and also if people get close to you, getting 25% uber per swing, there isn't a point in time in the game where you wouldn't want that. At least on the official servers. On the Balance Mod server that we have, it's an entirely different story. So that's why you see the majority of players will use the Uber Saw. And he gets a nice little heal on the medic there, but the medic still dies. And he gets an Uber Saw, gets a free charge, and he's back here defending. So it's working. You know, that you can see the enemy isn't in this choke. I mean, they're trying to push through here. Goes in, jumps down, switches to right resistances, the people die. Getting stabbed, switches Uber, blah, blah, blah. Not gonna show the entirety of this thing, but like here, he is doing a great job of just healing the players he needs to. Like, heavies are such Uber generating sponges, so you can just pump a lot of healing into them. And he's also keeping himself out of harm's way. That's another thing you should do as a medic. And you should also avoid any kind of 1v1 with other classes, because most likely you'll die if they're as good as their class as you are a medic. I mean, if you're a better medic than they are a scout, then you might win, but if not, then you won't. We also mentioned that you should heal the most aggressive players. We see that that is what our Mayo Sam, the man, is actually doing. You can see he's constantly in the front lines, healing the guys that are taking the most damage, and therefore getting the most out of your healing, because, you know, healing is a resource. You pump it into people, and then the enemy team takes it away. Hopefully you can do it in such a fashion that your teammates don't die, because not having teammates alive is a sure way to lose. So we're just gonna keep watching here, and here he comes like a quick fix. He switches to the resistance. Of course, heavies are, like we said in the heavy basics episode, if you have bad positioning and you suck at the game, then heavy's gonna kill you. So that was a failed stair stab attempt. I'll just show you that he defends perfectly by just fast forwarding through here without dying once, and you can see that he never goes up to full 4 charges with his Uber. He's always on low charges with the Vaccinator, and you kind of always have to do that. Like, very rarely you see he go up to sit like at a full 4, because the Vaccinator, you have to spend it constantly all the time, and you can see that the card pretty much stays in the same place, and then they win, and it's victory. So that was pretty good. Especially with the Vaccinator, you have to heal the people that's in front, and like preferably they should never reach the point where you have to overheal them if you are playing it correctly, because it's just such a good sustain tool, but it's also very difficult to use, and I wouldn't recommend the Vaccinator to new medics. So if you're a new medic, use either Kritzkrieg or Medigun and forget about the rest for now, because the other requires some teching and stuff. So here we have none other than Arctic Avenger, and I think he's a new submitter, and in every demo this Noxitool Heavy was present, so I think is his friend or something. And he is a bit stingy with the heals in the beginning. You can see that now he's healing his friend, like, yeah, alright, so you have reduced Uber build rate, so maybe you should heal the heavy, the other heavy that's also there. Nope, okay, a scout, yeah, he's taking some damage, but Gotta keep healing my heavy dude. My heavy friend is pretty good. Oh, there's a soldier. Oh, well, we will heal him because he was almost dead. I mean, the scout was fine. He can get a health back. And then we've taken some damage. There's no health back here. And of course, our heavy very busy shooting. He's not going to throw us a sandwich anytime soon, so we're just going to keep healing him. And there's a scout again, and he's you know, still at half health, and this time we'll heal him, get some speed boost, because healing scouts will make you run faster. This is actually one of the few places where this is a good position. He's in the corner, he's well protected, he has his team, there's splash damage coming in, although his team didn't take as much damage, but if there was competent rocket soldiers or grenade bombing demo man on the other team, then that would have been a good value. So now he has a crit screen, and here's the thing with crit screen. You have to use it very fast after getting it. The longer you wait, the longer you increase the chance of doing something going wrong. So here, you could, you know, pop the crits on him, and maybe the soldier would have gotten a kill on the guy, but decides not to. We're gonna stick with our friend, Noxitol, who's just gonna stay here and shoot at things, you know, reminding us to look at my excellence video where the heavy just never attacked at any point in time. And then we're gonna shoot, you know, crossbow. Good heals there. Gonna shoot another crossbow. Hit him twice. Yes, that's nice. And then we're gonna use the crit screen on the single heavy, and now there isn't a single target here for us to shoot or do anything with. But now he's warmed up. You know, he's giving healings to everybody, and this is good. So healing to you. And oh, there's a scout, so he's hiding behind his heavy friend, you know. Use your teammates as a shield. Could potentially heal that scout, but I want to keep that 450 on that heavy constantly. Then we're going to shatter here, and then we're going to sit in the worst position, which is this corner, and we're dead. So, in certain moments, he was healing everybody, but I do think that Arctic Avenger really suffered from only healing this heavy that wasn't being that aggressive. So you saw that we had other people in the front. We had the soldier and stuff in this example that was in the front being aggressive, and those are the guys that you should go for and not just your friend, because he won't be your friend unless you Uber him or something. Yes, so this is another example of where you should probably, if you play like this, you should probably not be playing medic. So we heal a little bit, and I was like, cart, we gotta do the cart. Cart's important. All right, so heal this guy, and we're gonna heal him, and we're just gonna look in the floor and the cart and push it through and push. I did the objective. I'm a good medic. So that brings us to the next point in the basics. Which is that you should pay more attention to your teammates than your enemies. So if you notice this while watching Arctic Avenger, is that he pretty much just looked at the guy he was healing. So that means you have a guy that can do damage that is looking one direction, and then you have a guy that doesn't do damage that just heals the first guy that also looks in the same direction. So if you thought, oh, Avenger could have gotten backstabbed now, and now, and now, and also now, that would have been true, but he didn't. It's not like the other, I forget who it was that submitted today. He submitted 9 demos, and every single one he died to a backstab in the end. Anyway, this is Brave Conscript, and we're gonna see an old strategy. It's an oldie but goodie. So here he is. We've seen this before. This is our friends. I think this is later in the same game, or maybe it's earlier. Who knows? So he's healing his engineer friend who gets caught on fire, and then he's like, yeah, I'm not sure if we can hold that. Just gonna rotate around this side, heal these guys. He's at full health. Do a preemptive crossbow. Look around. Oh, and then just start sharing the wealth. Everybody heals up. It's also interesting that when I had my friend who never played video games, she really liked a medic, and she healed everybody. So take note, everybody, heal everybody, share the wealth. Cool. So he's just standing around healing. You can see that he's not using the crossbow, and that is because you build Uber faster by just healing and not using the crossbow, and you also don't have the risk of actually missing and spending time doing effectively nothing. So now we have a full Uber. And you can see, most aggressive player, yep, that's this demo man. Go in and stop the cart, and he's looking around. And that is also a very good thing for me, especially if I play, and let's say I'm not the most aggressive player for some reason. If I'm following the push and the medic turns around and looks at me, that's really assuring, because that means that you as a medic, you are now paying more attention to your teammates than whatever your Uber target is doing. So here we have Red Moon, the guy we Ubered before. So he's gonna use the old-time favorite strategy of mine, which is to run into the enemy spawn and just die. So here he is, we're getting close to the enemy spawn, and there he's dead. And of course, Brave Conscript here, being the boss that he is, decides to go down with the ship. And we have the Uber saw, 52% Uber. If we get 2 swings, we have full Uber. 1, 2, oh, we killed him! We have full Uber hit.
What?
That's what we're looking for. Isn't that the worst? He's just like, he's just been going through the gauntlet. He's just survived everything. And he's like, I got it. Whew, if anything as much as coughs on me, I would have been dead. But now we have Uber, and then the spy just gets you. And it's like, well, you're a bad medic if you died to a spy. In that situation, anything would have dropped you. Unless you would have just preemptively used the Uber and then presumably not even been able to do something with the Uber. It would just been like 8 seconds of you doing nothing. So that's why the Uber saw is so good. So crossbow for close range and long range burst heals, especially with targets that's on fire. And then Uber saw for situations like this where you can manage to squeeze out a lot of Uber really quickly. So this is Brave Conscript once again. The last thing we'll see from him, he had a lot of, he submitted 3 and all of them were good. So right now he's just sharing the wealth, doing some preemptive crossbow strikes. You have a second medic with the quick fix, so he can afford to use the crossbow a bit more, because the quick fix medic is going to be able to heal people up primarily. And if you have a quick fix medic, you should just focus on getting people to overheal for the most part, because the medic will take care of the base healing for the most part. So we're just waiting for the Uber to go in. You can see he's just giving it to everybody, allowing people to be aggressive, just running around here looking for an opening. You can see oh, look at this. Oh, okay. Red Moon, we've seen this guy before. He's been in all our games, and he's been extremely aggressive every time. And he, you know, last replay, ran into the enemy spawn and dying. Here we are in attack, and we're dangerously close to the enemy spawn. So what do you think Red Moon will do? All right, here he is. We're getting that close. We're like at 91% Uber, 92. Oh, God. Okay, so he's half dead. He's still being healed. There's a sentry up there, and... So that paid off, actually, having the most aggressive player just go in and attack at any point in time, giving the guy an Uber, and eventually getting it into the hole because the soldier fucked up. I like people in chat. Uber saw tunnel vision, activate. Yeah, that was good. That was probably the previous one. But yeah, that's good. It's like the way Red Moon plays is the kind of player you don't want to play against, because he doesn't stop against nothing. He just goes. Right. Cool. Moving on, we're gonna have Karma's camera. So the 8th thing on the list for medic is that you should feel shame whenever you get backstabbed, where it's like because you weren't paying attention. So this one is, we're just gonna fast forward through, I think, most of this. And I just want you to pay attention to like how he heals in the middle here. So I just want you to watch the heal management, basically. So like you can see that he's healing everybody that's hurt, staying back behind enemy lines. He's not exposing himself, and he's hardly ever healing anyone at max overheal for any time, really, because he has enough to do. And as soon as he has an Uber, he uses it, and you can see starting to heal up once again, just healing, getting people up to full health as much as he can. You know, you can only heal so much. You can't keep people alive forever. This isn't Overwatch where there's like more healing than damage in the game. So that is just what I like to see. So like that allows us to do this in the demo reviews, is that just to look at this. And then by doing so, he has Uber, and he's also using the crossbow very sparingly. And for that reason, he's allowed to have the Uber ready in time, and they're currently winning. So if you're already winning, just keep doing what you're doing. And then of course we have like the sentry farm dispenser madness back here, that certainly will help as well. And he's also shot out a bunch of crossbows, and you can't really tell, but he hits like nearly every single one against those snipers. And then when he's low in health, goes back to the dispenser, heals up everybody, doesn't waste a single Uber. He has like full Uber charge rate the entire time, and now he has another Uber. I hope you guys have been counting the Ubers, because there's been a few this game. And he hasn't died, and he hasn't done anything stupid, and his team's kicking ass, mainly because he's well, they have one sniper and a spy, and that's it, and the rest are power classes, and that's why they're kicking so much ass. Here he's just on an adventure with another soldier, which is fine. because they're just kicking ass, and I think you can guess what happens next. So here we get into a position where crossbow is actually pretty good, but you can see he's in, like, the Vala is in such a confined space that hitting him with the crossbow.
Easy operation.
And then you see that he doesn't even decide to use the crossbow on him when it's out in the open, where many medics will be like, oh, but I have to use the crossbow. The soldier can self-preserve himself most of the time, and just running backwards will allow you to heal up and build Uber faster. And look at that, another Uber. Or we can just go, and the enemy team probably has given up because they're like, oh, this medic is unstoppable, this game is bullshit, I'm gonna go play the Roblox Minecraft. And then the enemy team tries to capture, doesn't do it. When Karma's camera, top fragging, 19 points. Victory, dance, and laugh towards the enemy, that's important. So that was just a very good, really fast forward example of just watching his heal management, where he would never do like the Scriblord Arctic, what was his name? Arctic Revenge? Arctic Avenger, sorry. You're a new dude. Where he would just stay on his one heavy for the most part. Yes. So next up we have actually our only stock medic. No crossbow, no Uber saw, just the medigun. And this guy, he has his spy check game in order, man. So the reason I want to emphasize that you should spend more attention watching your teammates is that you will spot spies a whole lot easier and you won't die to them. If you're always paying attention to where your teammates are, you will notice like how they play, because everyone has different hats and stuff. And then if you see a class that you've already seen because you've been paying attention to it, or he's in a spot where he isn't, or moving away that he doesn't, you know that it's a spy for sure. People always say item server unavailable, but I like to think that he's just that good, I think. Because there's some people with hats like this guy, so yeah, we're just gonna do that. And then, we only have 2 spies, and I've already seen it, so that must be a spy! And he uses the Uber, this one, he doesn't even need the Uber. And there you go, spy check. So that's why if you get stabbed by a spy, you should feel shame as a medic, because the spies are essentially Uber batteries for you to gain on unless you get trick stabbed by them. But then again, if you're as good as medic as they're a spy, you won't die to them that often. And look at this, we have 100% Uber, we can just go at any point in time, there we go, and he flashes this, and he should really be paying attention to what's behind him now. He does. Not, I would say that's a good 6 out of 10 in terms of execution. If you turn around faster, he could have done that, because when you go in with that Uber, you are 2 invulnerable targets. And you don't need to look at what your pyro friend is doing. You can just run in ass first and look at your teammates in the back, and then flash them with Uber and share the wealth. So we have Saracen's team bonus, still just hanging out in the back. He reminds me of my friend that I played with in Korea back in 2011 when I introduced him to the game. He loved the medic class, and I'm like, dude, you gotta use the Uber saw. And he's like, nah, man. Bonesaw is way cooler, and I'm like, dude, but the Uber saw gives you Uber, and the Bonesaw doesn't. He's like, yeah, I don't care. The Uber saw's cool. I mean, the Bonesaw is cool. The Uber saw's not. So there you go. He goes in, and then it's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna do anything. Oh, teammate that's contesting. Cool. I'll support him. And then they capture again. The map is Freight, by the way, in case you haven't seen it before. Do a bit of a turnaround. Is that an enemy spy? Should probably have called it out, but I'm not sure if the demo man would have done that. So that's the kind of wokeness that we want in the medic, just to be aware of all the surroundings. So here we go with an Uber. Just gonna go in, and you can see, oh yeah, so we have those many people. You could just run in and occupy the space, because occupying space in this game is very important. And he dies to random crit at like 40 health, but it doesn't even matter. Doesn't the Uber saw crit most of the time? True, but that goes for all melee weapons. So what happens when you are running in first as a medic? Well, you're basically doing this to someone. It's like, it's not dangerous, but people will be like, dude, you're like, get this out of my face. You're invading my personal space. And that's what you can do with an Uber. You're 2 people, that's invulnerable, and that means you can annoy and the other guy can kill. Or if you're both medics, then you can both be annoying. So next up, we're gonna have someone that has started submitting more and more stuff. It's Dandy Bellybutton, and we're gonna see what happens when you Uber not aggressive players. It's not like it's not Red Moon, okay? The guy from before, the guy that just didn't stop. So here we have the medic running around, healing everybody. Good stuff so far. It's a bit more hectic. You can see we're just around this bend area. We careful, and we're gonna go and grab. Oh, okay, spy? No. Okay, so we're gonna heal him, our friend, and then just go around this. Oh, there's a pyro. Oh, okay, there's a pyro. Oh, shit. Okay, so the sniper can't do it. We missed the jump. Damn. All right, we grab the health pack. We run faster than the pyro. Oh shit, he's after us. He has some kind of flare. Oh shit. We hit him. Oh no. So we basically backed up to the wall here, and then we have a pyro right in front of us with air blast, and we're like, I'm gonna Uber saw that guy. All right, let's see how this goes. So he air blasts us. Oh, he scored shot. Oh, thank God, because if that was a flare gun, we would have died. And then we have Starzy, who we'll be seeing later, extinguishing us. And then there's a little dispenser under here, the secret dispenser spot. So then we have a spy that stabs another medic. We're gonna heal the sniper with the Razorback. You can see how useful that was, and now he's dead. Wow, I'm so good at the game. Now I'm dead. And yeah, random crits coming in, and yeah, good job hiding there. Psycho 100 Love actually doesn't have the setting to turn off rescoping off, and then we're just kind of standing still here, saying Uber charge ready. We have Matt's Mazing here. Oh, switch to this weapon. Yes, nice. Okay, we have Uber ready to go at any point in time. We're gonna heal this guy. Gonna go. Oh, there's the heavy. We could just spend the Uber at any point in time. We have three heavies, all marching forward. Oh no, the spy. Oh, we lost the medic. That's fine. We have three heavies and a full Uber. All right, now is the time. I say we can just go and attack at any point in time. There is literally nothing stopping you from just going forward. But first, let us grab this health kit because we wanna make this Uber count. So the heavies are on fire. We're gonna not use the crossbow. All right, switching back. All right, so we can just use the crossbow. Okay, we have the Uber. We can just go and use it. And miss the crossbow. And okay, so we have one heavy left. And oh, we missed the crossbow again because we got launched. Oh, and we missed it. Oh, if only we had something where we didn't take damage for 8 seconds. And now the enemy team has the Uber. We popped it on our medic. And we managed to get on this heavy just before he dies. And there we go. Okay, so not the best Uber. I mean, we let the 2 out of the 3 heavies die, and people asking in chat, what's the best medigun? Usually it's the medigun, the one that we are seeing here. Rest is situational gang. By God, if you're missing this many crossbow shots, just start healing. I would say if you miss 2 in a row, stop. Just heal normally, and at least, well, Danny Bailbutton did get the kill on the spy, but they've lost all their heavies. And now we're just kind of hanging around here, this little choke area. I mean, we were occupying this space, but we could have occupied a lot more space when we had the Uber. So this is a bit more like afraid of using the Uber, I guess. Like, oh, but what if the Uber's bad? Well, it's better to have a bad Uber than to have most of your heavies just die, I would say. Uber is not just for pushing, it's also for team member conservation. You can see the other team, they're like, Uber, got it, attack at any point in time, the other medics on the team. And then, like, there's like 2 guys you should never Uber saw. It's pyros that know what they're doing and soldiers that can aim with the direct hit. Luckily, that guy couldn't aim, but Jesus, you would have died. But we have another Uber ready to go. We have Starzy, and look at this behavior. He's like, medic, he's like, go, 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 here we go. We're ready, all right, we're in position. We're sweating. Our hands are shaking, and holy sh! Okay, there's a Machina dude there, and then, he bullied the sniper away. Okay, so we got it. We're just gonna get the full overheal, and then he hits his kill bind, and there wasn't anything that killed him. He literally killed himself, and now you're stuck here with the nothing. All right, so we're just gonna jump back here. All right, so we have a heavy.
What?
You have full Uber. You don't need to Uber saw anyone. Okay, so hopefully we learn from the mistakes. We're standing in the back here, gets our heaviest kill. We have a heavy in the front there. Oh, nope, he's dead. We have 3 medics. We're healing a lot. We have Uber again. Here's Starzy. We have Soldier as well. There's so many choices. By the way, the reason Dandy Belly Button isn't getting anything done is because she isn't Ubering the guy in the front. That's it. That's the reason. But there's still time to redeem yourself. We now have defensive buffs going in. We will use this by standing where we are. I guess some people, and we're paying attention to the people in the back, and you can see the other medics, like they've already started the attack, and we're still playing grab ass around the dispenser. We have a heavy there. You have Uber. You don't need to crossbow shoot him. And now he's dead. And now the other medic crits our Uber, which does nothing. And there's that spy, and it kills the medic, and oh shit. The enemy team are literally just attacking at any point in time, and we're screwed. We have an Uber coming in. We can Uber this pyro. Nope. Dandy Belly Button. Not only did you hold the Uber for the longest time I've ever seen, but you also dropped it. As a medic, basics are, if you have a bad Uber, who cares? An Uber is an Uber. It doesn't have to be good or bad or everything. Like, I've had times where I have sneezed and my Uber has gone off like nothing, and then like, oh, I guess I'll just build another one. But to sit on it for so long, standing in the back, it just hurts my soul. So get good fast. Don't do that. Do what we good do. I've turned off voice commands. I'm not sure if anyone was yelling in chat, but Jesus, that hurt. That use Uber before death. Yes, very good tip. So this is bit 2, and any Uber with any class is better than dropping the Uber, actually. So we're gonna show you something that isn't all that common in pubs, and that is what we call a scout Uber. So here we have a push where we are in the front, we're bullying the enemies and just pushing the cart, we're healing everybody. This is bit 2, by the way, server operator of the Asia servers for the balance mod that we have, and you can see we're very comfortable. Stay here. You can see here we have bit 2. He's actually healing the people in front. Healing medics is also important, and he's also not using the crossbow all that much because we assume that this heavy. Well, now we missed the heavy that was moving so slow, and he missed once and then he didn't do it again, and it was fine. The heavy died anyway. But we're pretty close to Uber, and we're ready to go. And here we have a scout, and the scout's like, oh, Uber on me. Sure, we can attack. I mean, there's just him versus the entirety of red team. I mean, sure, and Bit's like, dude, help somebody, help that guy. And then he uses the Uber on the scout and goes, oh, Uber on me? Sure, I'll take care of this. I'll just run in and bully them. And he's using the heal pistol. So in this situation, we're basically doing to the enemy. And what this creates is that usually the scout, he didn't get any kills. Like, look at the kill feed, there's nothing. I mean, there was a bunch of headshots and backstabs, but that's beside the point. What happens is that when someone is ubered close to you, you know that most players will be like, oh, guy, I can't kill this guy. Fucking back off. It's like, you just, like, this doesn't hurt anybody, but you're like, you move away from it. And this creates a lot of space, which then Bit 2's team just occupies, and it forces them to go backwards. And this is because of this Uber, and you can see now that we have like this kind of death ball going on, sort of here. The red team is actually starting to fall back, and then the second wave of respawners come in, and then we have a heavy, and they just take this space. And that's because this scout opening made a lot of people just on the red team just run backwards, and maybe they're reading the situations. And here we have the scout once again. He's just in the front doing damage. And actually, they gain so much ground from this that when I just fast forward through here, when we have the second Uber, every area from here and backwards is now property of the blue team. And that is why creating space is so important, and just be in the enemy's face. And as a medic, you can just give your teammates the tool that they need to be in said space. And then he just goes on and attacks, and they win, and they stomp him. But that was just like such a good opening tool, just to be like, Uber somebody, okay, fine. Create the space, do that. Because medic Ubers are stalemate breakers. This would not have been possible if he had used any other medigun than the medigun. If he had used Crit Screak, Quick Fix, Vaccinator, would have failed. Absolutely 100%. So here we have some... It's you're on blue, it's setup time, you're on Quick Fix, and GPS writes on the text, failure. You never, ever, as single medic, open with Quick Fix on any map that is attack defend oriented. Payload, attack defend, 5 CP, sure, go for it. If you have rocket jumping soldiers, never do this, never. Anyway, let's see if he can redeem himself. Because you don't know what the enemy team have, right? Like, Quick Fix is a response to something the enemy is doing. And it's also a way to catch up in terms of Uber. Like, if you've died and they're using Uber, then you can use Quick Fix to kind of negate their Uber. You can see here, you did that, but you would also been able to do that with normal Uber as well. So, despite using the Quick Fix, it seems to be working. We see an engineer. I fucked your sister. Well, gotta heal that guy to full health. Don't want him to be underperforming. Anyway, we're gonna do some more, and then he does something that's pretty cool, which is he decides to stand in the corner and use this just to get self-health, and then also give some other people some health in the same way. So using this quite correctly, and then there's also sentries inside here, and the Quick Fix sucks against that. But we soon have a full Quick Fix, and we can go in with it, and then we just...
What?
Fuck off! Kills you. So, I'm not sure if him having Uber would have saved him there, because he died before he was able to pop it, but yeah, Quick Fix is very specific. It's mainly due to not being air blasted from somewhere and jumping with soldiers and demos to somewhere, I would say, is the uses for it. Because the lack of overheal actually isn't as good, and the faster healing is negligible at best. But there's a lot of people that just reads more healing and think they are invulnerable, but they aren't. So this is a Dream Core, the same as in the last game, but now he's using the medigun. We've seen people being here. And he's just gonna be healing, and we're gonna see what I like to call consistent crossbows. We've seen this before. We had some submissions of people that fired crossbows willy-nilly and never hit anything, like we've seen before with Dandy Belly Button, but this is more like very on the conservative side. So we see the soldier, right? Where's he gonna go? Probably right towards us. Yep. Nice shot there, and some more people needing healing on the cart. Oh, another nice little shot there. Crossbow is good, but you have to have teammates that are moving predictably, especially soldiers. When they're reloading, taking damage, they tend to move in straight lines. And if you want to help the medic, just move naturally. You can see this demo man is just kind of standing around the cart, didn't even have to stop, and we hit them. That's one of my worst pet peeves, unless they're like really far away. People that are like really close and they're like moving in a certain direction, and you're like, all right, cool, they're moving in that direction. I will time my shot and do the math and shoot there. And then he's like, oh, crossbow medic, better stop. And then the crossbow goes right past you. Oh, it's the worst. So I would say, like, when you play, don't really cater too much to medic. And then we get in with an Uber, and what's this? Are we occupying space with this Uber and just bullying the enemy? We're getting the snipers out of the sight lines. We actually killed the sniper, which allows us to hold. Oh shit! Fuck! Shit! Oh no! I would still rank that higher than the earlier shameful displays. Like, we had an Uber, we got it, we did something, and then we died, which is what I like to see. So here we have, next up, it's Fenrir. And he's gonna show us the power of the Uber Saw. Yes, so here he is. Gonna go. Nope, 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 nope. And we're gonna do this cool little surf here. Let's see if we can find some teammates. Okay, let's see. Are there any... Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I'm not sure what he was doing under there, but let's see. Is there... Nope, there's no one here. And... Yeah! 25% Uber. Got you. And then another sniper. And 1 hit. 2, 3. Oh, full Uber. This is literally what makes me so nervous for medics. So we have Fenrir, he's gotten 100% Uber. He didn't heal anybody. This is all his own doing. He now has 8 seconds of free invulnerability. What does he do? He runs with the Uber saw out. Fun fact, you can't pop Uber from the Uber saw, despite of the name. So here he is, he's already on fire. He's running, there's people on the cart. No one's behind him. He runs around the corner, and then there's a scout. And here, Fenrir thinks, man, what is the best course of action here? Well, I have the Uber saw out, I might as well, I'm on a roll, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna, BAM! You had the power of invincibility, but you got killed by your own hubris. Oh, dude, that is... It's like, you should be, as soon as you have 100% Uber from Uber, so I'd be like, I got it, gotta use it as fast as possible. This is a free Uber, spend it before you die dropping it. So Fenrir, he submitted one more. He submitted one more. He is gonna use the Uber saw properly this time. All right, so here we go. Here we go. And then he, you know, just healing some guys. We have some power classes. They're not here yet, so we're just gonna heal the medic. You know, healing medics is important. Allows for more healing out over. And then, oh, heavy run spy and checking our backs. Yeah, no spy. Spy. Oh, spy! Spy! Oh, we got past us. No, we got the heavy, but we got 50% Uber off that spy. That's what I mean. Spies are Uber batteries. Bang, bang, bang. Got the spy, got the Uber sitting at a good 80%. Yeah, doing a little shake because we're so good. Yeah, have some healing. Dude, we almost got that Uber. We lost the heavy, but by the time he comes back, it was, oh, scout. Literally what made me drop Uber the last game. So what do we do? Well, I mean, we have the Uber saw out. I mean, we might as well go get him. I was like, where'd he go? Where is he? There. I mean, we know how this goes, right? We have 88% Uber, the most precious commodity in the game. And Fenrir's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch me get the scout. And then he gets the scout, obviously. Like, this is what, like, this is what, like, rewards bad behavior, right? So we have a full Uber and no one to spend it on. There comes the other medic. We're gonna keep healing the engineer. We have a most aggressive player. Here we go. Okay, so, oh, Uber saw. Yeah, got him, yeah, fucking Uber saw, right? There's that scout again, guys. There's the guy killed with the Uber saw. Fool me once, you know. I mean, fuck it, come on, let's just, yeah, out with the Uber saw, and fuck, and fuck, oh my god, the scout died to the same dumb shit. Like, you have a shotgun and you move faster than the medic and yet you die? Oh my god, Fenrir is like fucking outplayed, right? This is the best strategy ever. Going to do this. And then he has so little health, but he has 60% Uber and it's just... It takes an arrow in the ass and dies. So here's the thing. If the scout was a good scout as you were a medic, you would have died both those times, actually. So this is like, this works against bad players, but anything is good against bad players, right? So that was Fenrir demonstrating that we never learn from the from our Ubersaw greed. Cool. So we're gonna look up to Jason, also playing on Badwater here. He's gonna be healing some guys. Oh, actually hit it. Well, hits this one too. Oh, he's gonna hit. Oh, look at these crossbows. Connected them, really nice. Oh, missed that one, but then he goes straight to healing with this Uber gun, the medic gun. Yes, that gives us Uber when we heal people. And then, we missed. And then we just go back. So he has that, if he tries once and if he doesn't connect, he doesn't try a second time, right? So you can see he hits a lot of them. But there's a lot, like here, Amputator would have been amazing, but you don't know that in advance. And then he shoots, look at this. Juicy, juicy good. Like this is the proper usage of the crossbow, I would say. Very sparingly, and he knows how to pull it off. I mean, if you're practicing with the crossbow, don't practice all the time. Have the one shoot once, if it doesn't connect, heal. And then you have people who are like this fucker right here. He's like, I'm gonna stop. All right, the medic didn't heal me, I'm gonna move. While in the past, you've seen that people, they were kind of oblivious to if they were gonna hit by a crossbow or not. And therefore he was able to connect. But when you stop and ruin like your natural rhythm, the medic is gonna miss you, idiot. McGee's. More like stupid guy. So then, we almost have full Uber. Preemptive shot. Maybe the sniper, he thought the sniper was hurt. Now we have Uber that we can use whenever we want. Just healing everybody, telling people to go, go, go. He's taking his time to heal this demo man's. And then we're ready to go. Going in with an Uber, ass first. This is like, because you can switch. I mean, there's nothing here, but in theory it's good. And then when people take damage, you can do this. And this is actually a pretty darn good usage of the crossbow. So he sees the heavy. Heavy doesn't take damage. Sniper tries to go away, shoots the sniper. The heavy's actually getting shot by another heavy. We missed the shot and witness the prediction shot. So the heavy goes around, he jumps, and he's like, fire! Perfect. And then he's gonna land the, oh, there might be an obstruction of healing. Yep. And the heavy dies, but we hit the other heavy, and there we go. And then some other shit happens later, which isn't that important. But that was Jason. Some very good crossbow usage there, and you saw that the way he used it is that he tried once, and if he missed, he just healed. And that is probably the best mindset to have when using the crossbow, because we've seen this in the past. Medics, they will shoot, reload, and spend like maybe 3 shots missing. So I would say the one miss rule is pretty darn important if they are within, you know, melee or medigun healing range. So the last one is of me. Thanks to everybody who submitted. A lot of the demos were very similar, where everyone was just, I'm playing medic and doing it really well, and we crushed the enemy and we're the best. But I had a few of those, so these were the ones that stood out. So this is 5 CP, and I actually had a game here where my teammates would actually pay attention. So crossbow in these kind of tight areas is fine. They're out of Uber range. There you go, healing him, healing everybody. Looking around. Sometimes you use the crossbows for damage, sometimes for health. And this sniper is going to take a lot of damage from the soldier, so that's why I'm healing him. The soldier can only shoot so many rockets. And then I have Mr. Mundy here. He actually did this every time, so this is a good indicator of a good heavy. It's like as soon as you take damage, he just stops whatever he's doing and throws you a sandwich. You also have to pay attention to that. So that means I'm going to be using him. You can see he pays attention, checks his back, so this is a player that will definitely be aggressive. And the enemy team has a lot of stuff around the corner, which is why he just doesn't go in and die. Alright, so we see we're doing a lot of stuff. Grab the health kit, because I have dibs on that. Heal him for 76, besides he didn't have that much health. So just staying back here in this ditch. Hasn't really been an issue with spy, so that's why I'm not checking my back that much. Goes around. Oh, they could have gone wrong, but man. Did we manage to do that? Go in, we look around, see if there's anything more, and then he throws me this. And then I try to get the soldier, but he jumps away. I hit him. And then we take some damage, and then I was like, well, we've done the push. I'm low on health. Fuck everybody, I'm gonna go get health. You guys have to deal with this yourself. And then using scouts as a taxi is important, because keep in mind, healing scouts makes you run as fast as a scout. So that is really cool. And then we go back here. I think Monday died, but he's gonna be back soon. So right now I'm just in the situation of building an Uber, and we have a sentry, so we have a target here, and we're now low on health. And what do we do when we're low on health? We're like, well, screw everybody, gonna go get the health back. And then we'll be back, which we do. Shoot a preemptive here, and here I actually fuck up, and this heavy dies right before the arrow hits, and there's 2 guys, and like, nope. Gonna go back, gonna heal Robonut. And there we have Mundy again. Gonna give him full overheal. And the reason why I gave Mr. Mundy a full overheal there is because he was a fresh spawn and he had crit heals, which means I would heal him faster than I did Robonut. So I would just give the heavy 150 health like this. And then I would continue healing him. And that is good healing management. Keep that in mind. People that come from behind you will usually take healing a lot faster than you do. You see, like with the Pyro as well. So people that have been out of combat for like 10 seconds or haven't been in combat at all. So I'm just healing him right now, and there we go, giving him. But he also stepped out of the zone himself, so he's actually pretty good. So seeing people in the chat's like, yeah, being a medic, you're basically micromanaging your team, which is pretty true. You have to pay more attention to what your team is doing, where they are going, what they're doing, how they play. And then here I come around and I eat like a double rocket, and I'm like, I have 33 health left, and then I just eat a third one. So not much you can do about that. But I had a good team, I was supporting them, and we also won, we crushed them in the end. So that was the Medic Basics episode. I have written down all the things I have said, so I will summarize. Heal everyone. I mean, this is important, not just healing the one heavy friend you have that introduced you to the game. Like, healing everybody will just increase your team's overall success rate, and everybody will love you. And you can use Uber to push or save people from dying that are like champions or good people. And if you're Ubering, you can run in as well. You can run in ass first. That's my favorite thing to do. Allows you to flash the Uber because you can Uber more than one person at a time, but it will drain faster, but you can have more people invulnerable. You got dibs on health packs, so that means you have the right to yell at teammates that take your health pack because you have infinite heals and you need those health packs for yourself. There is no reason at this point in time in the video comes out in Team Fortress 2 to use any other secondary unlock than this. Crossbow is the best, forget about the rest. Uber Saw, the best, forget about the rest, unless sometimes you use this if you never are in a position to use the Uber Saw, but you use this as a response. When it comes to engaging, is that you should avoid 1v1s that you are certain you won't win. 1v1s that you can win against Spies melee weapon. Spies can't backstab you from the front. And you will get a lot of Uber from them, and they also do less damage as well. But be careful if they have the revolver out or ambassador. You should also heal and Uber the most aggressive players, and not just your friends. Like people that are in the front, always like they're never afraid to die. They're pushing the envelope. They're always like throwing themselves in there. Those are the guys that will benefit the most from your heals and from your Ubers as well. And you should pay more attention to your teammates than you do your enemies. And you should all, of course, be behind your teammates. That way your teammates act as a wall. However, you know, you gotta pay some attention to the enemy team, but you don't have to look at your heavy shooting things. That's what you don't have to do. Yes, and lastly, you should feel ashamed every time you got backstabbed, because as a medic, it's your job to pay attention to everything that goes around you, where your teammates are. Of course, backstabs are gonna happen. There's some backstabs that are inevitable. Let's say you get sandwiched between 2 spies. One is in front, one is in your ass. You're always gonna get an ass stab when that happens. Right. As for the mediguns in general, I would say always start with this, and then you have the rest as a response. The only exception to that is Kritzkrieg on defense. If you have explosive classes like Demoman and Soldier, especially soldiers with the buff banner, allows you to combo buff banner into crits, into buff banner into crits, and stuff like that. However, the Vaccinator, I would say only if you are a secondary medic on your team and you're acting as a secondary support to a medigun or a Kritzkrieg, then this one is really nice, but it's really difficult to use because you use the wrong resistance and you and your target dies. Quick Fix is more like a response and a catch-up tool. So let's say you use Uber in the beginning and then you die, and then you want to have an edge in the next Uber fight, then Quick Fix is a good way to catch up with that. And also for mobility, for jumping with soldiers and demo men, and also the Uber doesn't give you any air blast, but you can't block a capture when using the Quick Fix. So sometimes you will get screwed the pooch on that one. So that was all the medic tips for the Medic Basics episode. Thank you for watching. Be sure to join the Steam group and the Discord for announcements for when we're going to do play sessions for the balance mod, and also stay tuned because there will be a balance mod update video coming before the end of the month, and there's been a whole lot of medic changes, which is going to blow your mind because it's so cool. Next week's basic is of course going to be the sniper basic, where you just play sniper. You can use whatever unlocks and stuff you want. We just want to see the basic, and if I see you guys using the huntsman, I want you to use the huntsman in the right spot at the right time, which means tight hallways, corridors. You can use it in open, but you have to do well with it. Otherwise I will laugh at you. Haha. Raffle link is in the description, and I will see you next time.